And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Gilbert versus Cockrell. Step forward, please.
Homemaker Carlene Gilbert is suing her former lover, sales manager Donald Cockrell, for a series of unpaid loans. Donald is countersuing for harassment and threats.
Mrs. Gilbert, you claim a series of loans to the defendant, who you briefly dated according to your complaint. The defendant says that there was never a loan agreement, and he is counterclaiming for harassment after he decided to return to his wife. Is that right?
Somewhat not my wife. We just decided to reconcile, try and reconcile.
You decided to reconcile with who?
The mother of my child.
All right, Ms. Gilbert, tell me where and when you met the defendant.
I met Mr. Cockrell on April 4th of this year, playing a game on the internet. I played several games with him on there, met him later on the internet when he would get home from work and play card games and such with him. And within about a week or so, we were talking on the phone for very long periods of time.
Okay. You live close by to each other?
No.
We were over 1,000 miles away.
So you met him on April 4th, 2002, and when was the first loan, and what was it for?
He showed up in my hometown on May 2nd.
What do you mean he showed up?
He showed up. He called me on the phone, told me he was there in town. And my husband and I were having a lot of problems. We were in the process of a divorce.
Okay.
He stayed in town for a couple of days. When he left, we had made plans that after my divorce was final that he was going to come back and get me and get my belongings. And at that time, I gave him $200 in order to be able to pay for the gas and stuff for him to come back and get me with. And after he got home, he called me on the phone and he said, gosh, guess what happened? When I was in Kansas City, I stopped at a convenience store to get gas and I left my wallet sitting there. Didn't realize it was missing till I got to St. Louis, turned around, went back, found my wallet, but the money wasn't in it. And at that time asked me if I could send him money to help him pay his car payment, his car insurance, and his rent, which I did. I sent him a check for $700.
Okay, go ahead.
After that, a few weeks later, my husband had found out that he had been into town and threw a complete fit, which we understand why, but I was afraid at that time. I didn't know what was going to happen. I knew my husband had a very violent temper. So I called Donald on the phone and asked him if he could come and get me at that time. And the next day he showed up there to pick me up and take me back. At that time he paid for the gas in order to get there to get me, and everything else on the way back I paid for.
But he did come back and get you?
He did come back and get me, but I had to pay for it.
Well, how much did you give him in addition to that?
The $700 that I loaned to him to pay his car payment and his insurance, $220 to pay his utilities when we got back to the house and he said they were going to shut his stuff off, $80.85 for a shop fan that he wanted to buy for his father for Father's Day, which I do have the receipt for that one, and also the check for the $700.
All right, Mr. Cockrell, there came a time when she gave you $700. She said it was for rent and other bills and a car payment that you fell a little behind on. Is that true, sir?
No, ma'am. I did get $700 from her. It's when I had went up there and visited her at my own expense the first time. She did know I was coming. She said something about her husband was a truck driver and he'd be out of town. And I came, no problem with that. When I left, as soon as I got back home, I guess she enjoyed the couple of days I was there. She asked me if, when her boys got out of school at the end of May, if I would come back and get her. And I said, well, already taking time from work, that I wouldn't have the money because I spent a lot of money coming up there. She said, I'll pay for you to come get me and keep me until the divorce date, which was supposed to have been early July, if there was one.
Right.
And I said, okay, no problem. I told her that if I came back and got her, I'd need enough money to cover gas, motel stay, and I would be missing probably 2 days of work because it's a 17-hour drive straight through. I'd be missing at least 2 days of work, and I'd try to put it around a weekend. And then she asked me, she said, would $700 be enough for you? I said, that should be efficient. I don't, you know, I kind of thought it was a little more, but I said, yeah, I know that'll cover.
Did she pay for a gift for your father?
No, ma'am.
She didn't?
No, ma'am.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
What responsibility do you think you owe to your two children?
To be a father and
To
provider.
be there, not to be in some prison. Because you've just said to the entire world that if anything happens to him, the first person to come looking for is you.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Carlene Gilbert says, shortly after meeting Donald Cockrell on the internet, he started borrowing money. Donald says the money was never a loan.
Time for you to tell me about harassment, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You have a counterclaim for $2,000 because you allege that she harassed you after you decided to reconcile with the mother of your child.
Yes, ma'am. One day she calls, and my son's mother is there to pick my son up from me having him for the weekend, and she answers the phone, and that's when everything hit the fan. That's when all these threatening emails come in.
Can I see those, please?
This is one I highlighted. I know you probably want to read through all of them. It's all of them right there.
These are pretty nasty.
I was pretty upset.
This is what?
Them letters I handed you is Jimmy Gilbert has never lived at my address. And when she left, she did a change of address. And there was no more mail coming. All of a sudden, the mail started coming again. I don't know why. I know I got a call from her one day that her husband, she was going to tell her husband my address so he could come down there and take care of me. And he did come to my town and stopped at the post office and asked the postmaster general if he knew me, saying he was an old friend of mine
Step
from school.
up here. You're the former husband?
Yes.
Did you go to his hometown?
Yes, I did.
What for?
To look for him.
What for?
Little payback.
What does that mean?
Well, we was having trouble in our marriage, and he stuck his nose in it. Should have kept it in South Carolina.
Why do you always look to blame somebody else? Your wife enticed him just as much as he got himself into the situation. How do you know what she said to him?
I don't.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You have no idea what your wife said to him to entice him to drive 1,000 miles down to where she was living. You have no clue. Why would you risk anything to go there to start up with him? Isn't that dumb?
I don't think so.
Right, well, it is. Really stupid.
I don't think
What
it's
if
any
she told
dumber
him-
than sticking your nose into a marriage. He knew she was married. He should have stayed home. He should have waited for the divorce. He didn't bother to do that. Now he's got to deal with me on it.
Really?
Yes, Your Honor. This is her day. I'll have mine.
Mr. Gilbert, you have 2 children?
Yes, ma'am.
What responsibility do you think you owe to your 2 children?
To be a father and a
To
provider.
be there. To be there. That's the first thing. Not to be in some prison. Because you've just said to the entire world that if anything happens to him, the first person to come looking for is you.
Yes, ma'am.
And is that stupid? Don't you feel as if your primary responsibility is not to her, is to 2 innocent children who deserve to have a parent, or 2, that would be nice, to be around to bring them up? And why? Just because your manhood has been, according to you, questioned. Why would you jeopardize your children for that?
Matter of pride.
Well, that's stupid, sir. You don't have the right to be that prideful when you have to take care of 2 children. Who's going to take care of your 2 children when you're not there? It's not worth it. You owe it to your children for it not to be worth it.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
There's no question in my mind that there was a little bit of harassment here.
Yes.
No question. The little bit of harassment, sir, is exactly the amount of money that you took from her. Exactly. Do you understand? That means that both of you end up with walking away with a non-judgment, but a little bit of good advice from me. Get on with your life and forget about him. Don't go back there looking for him anymore, sir.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
all. You owe it to your children. Your wife has metza judgment. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
She doesn't
ma'am.
have such good judgment. I don't know whether you have better judgment, but your children certainly should have one parent that has reasonable judgment. And if you're the one with the reasonable judgment, you better be around to raise them. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. This is Jenkins. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
All right, this is a pretty tangled web of family. You're Miss Jenkins.
No, I'm Miss Taylor.
Your first name is?
Sylvia.
You are?
Teresa.
How old are you, Teresa?
23.
And you?
42.
Teresa, you used to live with the defendant, is that right?
Yes.
She's your aunt,
Yes, she is.
and she's your sister.
Yes.
So your daughter lived with your sister for many years. How
Yes.
many years?
12.
No, 13.
13. because of neglect on your mother's part. Your aunt raised you, is that right?
Yes.
And there is another sister who has a daughter whose name is?
Chantel.
And you are Chantel's, or were Chantel's legal guardian.
Well, I am still her legal guardian until I go to court.
Okay. Technically, but she no longer lives with you.
Right.
According to your complaint, Chantel came to your house complaining about the treatment at your sister's house.
Yes.
You took her in.
Yes.
Your sister, the defendant, filed a complaint, according to you, that you had kidnapped this child.
Yes.
So your lawsuit is about that charge of kidnapping. And you say that your aunt kept some of your property after you left her home.
No.
In what? Shh, don't answer. In what year was that?
I left her home in 2000.
So 2 years ago.
Yes.
What took you so long?
Because she said she couldn't find the key, or the car was in the way, or there was always some excuse.
So what do you say your aunt has in the house?
Well, I have a list of the stuff, but...
Like what?
She has my awards, diplomas, trophies.
Okay.
Clothes.
Do you have any of that stuff?
No, I do not.
Where is it?
When Teresa was living with me, Teresa moved around 3 times. She done lived with her mother 3 times. She lived on...
Do you have any of her property?
I took her property to her. I took 3 big boxes and a suitcase.
Do you have any of her property?
No.
Did you dispose of any of her property?
No.
Okay. And that was as of 2 years ago?
No, I just took Teresa things.
2 years ago, she hadn't lived with you. She's 23 years old. She had plenty of time to come and get her stuff.
I just
All
took
right,
her
I'm not
things
interested in your
February
property.
of this year.
I'm interested in these charges.
Okay.
Now, did she file charges against you, too, for kidnapping, or just against your mother?
It was against the both of us.
Okay. Let me see the charges that she filed against you. How old is this young niece of yours?
14.
Where is she living now?
She's living in a foster home in Norwalk.
Okay. Tell me how Chantel came to be at your house.
Okay, she was calling from time to time, like we would call to the house to talk to her, and Mary would let her get on the phone and then tell her to tell us.
How did she come to your house?
She just came over. She said she went to
What date did she come over?
The 3rd.
Of what month?
Of October.
You didn't go pick her up?
No.
She came to your house after school?
No, it was during school hours.
Were you expecting her?
No.
You knew that your sister had guardianship of her?
Yes.
How long did she stay in your house?
Overnight.
Was that with her permission?
DCFS said let her stay.
Where does it say that she says you kidnapped this child?
On the back.
You mean you're talking about this one line where she says that you went to Chantel's school to pick up Chantel without my permission?
Yes, and when the police officers came to the house, when she called them, that's what they told us.
That's kidnapping?
Pardon?
Were you arrested for kidnapping?
No.
So what are you here for?
My name was brought up in the claim, so...
Okay, fine. So your name was brought up in the claim. She also says on September 28th, Teresa was at her house making allegations that Maisha Jenkins gave her number to some guys who were in jail and stopped giving her number out. Who's Maisha?
Maisha is Chantel's sister.
What is that about?
Teresa had a phone in my house at one time when she was living with me, and Teresa just moved out this year. It's not 2001, it's 2002. She just moved out. And when she had a phone transferred to her mother, the number was changed.
So?
Teresa was calling my house saying that Maisha has gave her number out.
Does Chantel's sister live with you too?
Yes, she does.
So you have guardianship of both girls, and Maisha still lives with you?
Yes.
How old is Maisha?
Maisha just turned 19.
She's an adult now. How long has she been living with you?
12, I guess, 12 years.
Okay, so let me hear more about this phone problem.
Okay, Teresa had called my house and she was cussing, saying that if Maisha don't stop calling her house, she's going to call the D police on her. Okay.
What's that about?
No, I called over and I told her, could she tell Maisha to quit giving my number out? Because these people was making remarks to me, and my fiance had answered the phone, and he was getting upset. So I called Auntie Mary and was leaving a message telling her, can you tell Maisha not to give my number out anymore? If so, then I'm going to call the police. And she picked up the phone.
Just a minute. Giving your number out to whom?
To people in prison in Twin Towers Jail.
Were these people who were calling you?
Yes.
Were they were people that you knew?
No, they weren't.
Well, I don't know why else.
No, he called my phone number at my mother's house.
Yes.
And he asked for me and said what his name was. I asked him, who was he? Where did I know you from? And he said, this is Maisha's friend. I said, well, don't call my house number. What are you calling me for? Well, Maisha said that you easy for me to hit when I get out. I hung up the phone. That evening when I got in, I called Auntie Mary and I told her to tell Maisha, quit giving my number out. And then she started going off on me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Tell me what she said to you and what you said to her.
She said, "Dee, don't call my house no more. If you do, then I'm going to come over there and blow up the house." I said, whatever, Auntie Mary, and I hung up the phone.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Teresa Taylor and her mother, Sylvia Jenkins, claim Sylvia's sister, Mary Jenkins, filed false charges with police. Mary is accusing her sister and niece of doing the same thing.
I'm not getting involved in this. You have no lawsuit. Your complaint is you were falsely accused of kidnapping when you took your niece into your home. That's what it says. You were not arrested. You were not incarcerated. You were at most questioned by the authorities and said, what is she doing here? You suffered no damage as a result of your sister saying that you had her without permission.
I'm not suing her.
Who's suing her? She's suing me.
I'm suing her. I'm wanting my property.
Excuse me, Judge, I'm
reading the complaint that the two of you filed.
Okay, maybe this might make it a little bit clearer. This paper right here will explain why that allegation came up. All right, see, I wound up going to prison for violation of a probation. Mary was aware that I was on parole when this incident happened with my niece. She called the police feeling that if she could say that I kidnapped the child, that they would have arrested me.
But nobody arrested you.
But they didn't.
So?
I know. So I'm saying, why is she suing me?
Listen to me. You're the plaintiffs in this case. You signed it. Would you show these two ladies the complaint that they signed?
Just Judy.
Okay. Did you sign that?
Yes, it is my signature.
Show that you signed it. That says you're a plaintiff. You're suing your sister for filing false charges against you. And your daughter is suing her for the same thing. And in addition, your daughter is suing her for property. Is that what that says?
For false charges, that's what she was countersuing us for false charges, not us. All I said is I want to get my property and the money that she owed me.
Because
I care less about the charges. She's the one got locked up for them charges, so I don't care.
False allegations.
It was not too false. You got locked up for it.
When we refused, she called the police and told them that we had kidnapped her daughter. These were false charges. And I have a complaint here that says that you are suing for harassment and damages due to false allegations. And return... No, you. I have a counterclaim by her for the same thing, for punitive damages due to false charges. So you're not suing her for false charges?
No.
Fine. Fine. And I've already resolved the issue with property, so now you have nothing that you're suing her for. All right. Now, let's get to you. You have a counterclaim for what?
I have a counterclaim for false arrestment. On the 2nd of October is when Chantel left the school.
Okay.
On the 3rd of October, that's when Sylvia and Teresa took Chantel to Children's Services because the lady let her stay overnight at their house.
What are your false charges about?
My false charges is the fact that on October the 2nd is when the incident begun with Chantel, and I was at home October the 6th looking at TV, and I had got my doorbell ring, and I asked who it was, and they said it was the police. So I opened the door, and they said, "Is there any problem going on here?" I said, "No, there's not." He said, "May I come in?" I said, "Yes." So I opened the door because there was no problem. He came in and he was telling me that they had got a call saying that I was harassing someone and that I had threatened to do bodily damage.
To whom?
At that time, he would not tell me. So he told me with some papers he needed me to sign outside. I went outside with him. When I went outside, one officer grabbed my left hand, the other one grabbed my right arm. And I did kind of resist, and then I felt them tight. I said, "Oh, wait up, you can just put the handcuffs on me because I have no reason to resist you." I said, "Why are you arresting me?" And they said that I was being arrested for a criminal threat.
Can I see the complaint, please?
This is everything. My release form is in there, too. So I was arrested on the 6th of October, and I stayed in there until the 8th when they took me to court. I missed that day of work, and when they released me, they just gave me the paper, a certificate of release.
I don't see the complaint.
On the front, it says criminal threat.
No, there is usually a complaint that forms the basis of an arrest.
Well, that's all that they gave
That
me.
says who the complainant is. Did you make a complaint against her?
I did.
For what?
Because she had called the house and she was threatening, and she kept calling back, and I kept telling her don't call no more, and so I called the police.
When did she call you?
When did she call? She called on the 5th of October. That was a Saturday.
You answered the phone?
Yes. On the 5th of October, I had called her to tell Maisha to quit giving my number out.
So you called her first?
I called her first, yes. After that, she was like, don't call my house no more. I hung up the phone. I went to her mom. My team was cussing me out. Then she called right back like 10 minutes later, and she was like...
Now, when she called back 10 minutes later...
When she called back 10 minutes...
Pay attention. I'm asking the questions. Do you understand?
Okay.
So first you called her. And you told her that Maisha better not be giving your phone number out to any other of these prisoners. And you had whatever words you had with your aunt who raised you. Then she called you back 10 minutes later, and you answered the phone. And I want you to tell me what she said to you and what you said to her.
She said, B...
Look at me.
I'm looking at you. She said, B, don't call my house no more. If you do, then I'm going to come over there and blow up the house. I said, whatever, Auntie Mary, and I hung up the phone. And I went and told my mother. She told me to block the number. I went to block the number, and I pushed talk on my phone. The phone, when I picked it up to get ready to dial the number, she was on the phone, and it said pay phone on there. So she called from a pay phone, and then she said, B, I'm on my way. I'm getting ready to come and blow up the house and the car with y'all in it. Her exact words, and I called the police right afterwards. Because then a car started driving by, so I said, Mama, I don't know what Auntie Mary's trying to pull, but we need to call the police. My mother called the police, and she spoke with the supervisor, and she got arrested the next day.
Hear you.
Okay. October the 5th, Teresa called, messing on the phone. I went to 108 police station to make a report of the threats that she was making on the phone. Okay?
Well, what did she say to you?
Well, she mainly was making it directly to Maisha, saying if that B don't quit calling my house, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to kick her A. That's what she said. And I told her she wasn't coming over and create no problems at my house. So I went to the police station on 108th and Main.
Did you call the house and make these threats that you're going to blow up the house?
I'm too old to be playing kids' games.
You're absolutely right.
I'm too old to be playing kids.
You're absolutely right.
I raised 5
You're absolutely
kids.
right.
I don't have time for kids'
You're
games.
absolutely right. I believe you.
Why was you parked in the driveway when you called the police on me?
Listen, don't speak to her. I don't believe you.
You don't believe me? So why was she arrested?
She was arrested because that's what you said happened.
Oh, my
You said
God.
Okay. I don't believe you. I believe that maybe you lost your tempers with each other. But I don't believe that you had any fear that this lady who raised you, whose home you lived in for 13 years, was going to come over to your house and blow up.
Oh, my gosh, you put a gun on my mother in 96.
And it was on cops on Channel 11.
Their guns just recently got stolen.
She put a gun on me twice.
Judge Judy,
My son was in the front yard.
If it was such of a problem where they don't want me to bother me, whatever, how come this mail I received in my mailbox today has December the 2nd? She's using my address to get her general relief checks. Why is this such a problem?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How long have you been living outside of her home?
I've been living outside her home for a little while.
How long, I asked you?
I've been out of her house since 2000. She knew that I had mail going there because she told me it was okay.
Just a second. Then you tell me, then explain this to me. This looks like, you want me to open this?
You can open it.
Oh, good.
I know it's there. I've asked her if she can bring it to me. She knew my mail was going there.
Teresa, that's a serious sickness. You got a copy of it in my house.
She got everybody's mail going to her house. That ain't nothing new.
Did you pick up your check
Yes,
from General
I did.
Relief in the month of October?
Yes, I did.
From your aunt's house?
No, I didn't.
From where?
I picked it up from the check cashing place.
Your case file is at her house. Your check is sent where?
To the check cashing place.
So what you're telling me is the notice to terminate your welfare benefits
Yes.
go to her house.
Yes, and I went down there to have everything transferred.
And
I've
that's
already
still coming
received
out.
one. That's already closed.
When was it closed?
I spoke to them yesterday at 3:30. It's already closed.
Listen,
You need to ask her when she gonna start working.
Miss Jenkins, listen to me very carefully. Were you ever arrested for a gun possession charge?
Never. That was, okay, that was in 97. No,
but
no.
That's
listen.
every year
No,
is
you're not
97.
listening to me. That was in 97 when she came high to my house and I told her if she don't get out my house, I would shoot her. That's just to get her out my house. But I do not own a gun. You can check you on
Listen to me very, very carefully.
Okay, fine.
In this very short period of time that I have, I was able to very easily dispose of their claim or non-claim or whatever they thought they were going to find.
Yes.
I don't believe that your niece or your sister felt threatened by these phone conversations that you had.
When
with her.
I'm hunters coming to my house, how you think I don't feel threatened? And I'm on parole, how do you think I feel? What am I supposed to do? I did what I was supposed to do.
I don't believe that they felt threatened by you.
That's all right.
I don't believe so. I don't believe that what they filed was false, because I believe that you probably said some nasty things, and your niece said some nasty things to you when you were on the phone. Would that be a fair statement? No. That you both said nasty things to each other. Would that be a fair statement?
Not really, because we don't speak.
No, don't listen to me.
We don't speak.
Listen to me. You were speaking on the phone.
No.
You just told me you were speaking on the phone with her. She
That's
called
she
you.
Called one time.
Please,
Judge
I can't
Judy.
deal with you. If you're not going to give me an honest answer, then I can't deal with you. No, you're not.
Give you honest. Only
no,
one time. I have it on tape when she called my house, okay?
Listen,
and that's the only time I spoke to her.
So you did speak to her?
And told her not to call anymore harassing. That's it.
You're trying to anticipate what I'm saying to you, madam. And you're trying to anticipate what's going to be best for your case. And I suggest to you that that's the wrong response to give to me. Because what I was going to say to you was, I believe that you each said things to each other that were nasty. However, I was going to say to you, even having said that, I don't believe that either one of these two people felt threatened. So I was going to award you on your counterclaim something to demonstrate that I believed in your claim. However, since...
In the matter of Ramos versus Lowry. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Ms. Ramos, Mr. Lowry is your former boyfriend. You also have a child together.
Yes.
Your claim is that he owes you for some child support and also for some old loans before you separated.
Yes.
Mr. Lowry says that he doesn't owe you anything and you should really just move on. So I have some questions for you, because I do have a question about this back child support. According to your complaint, you had made an arrangement with Mr. Lowry, and he was paying a certain amount in child support. How much were you paying, sir?
For the first, I believe it was 2 months or 3 months, it was $800. That was for child support and whatever I owed her. And
whatever you owed her for what?
For the phone bill, that was pretty much it. And then I dropped it down to $600. And then I was going to lose my job.
Why were you losing your job?
Because I was relocating.
So it was voluntary. You weren't going to lose your job. You were quitting.
Yeah.
Why were you hesitating? I mean,
well,
I want to know
because,
whether you got let go, or either you were fired, the company went out of business, or you decided that you wanted another career opportunity.
I would just work, exactly. I wanted another career opportunity.
What kind of work had you been doing?
Sales.
Okay. Then what kind of job were you going to?
Sales.
Same job, different jurisdiction?
Exactly.
Okay. How long were you out of work?
2.5 months.
Why were you out of work so long?
Because I was getting everything situated down here so I could move up to Vegas and whatnot, and so...
Well, just a second. I don't understand, sir. Why did it take you 2.5 months to do that?
Things were going on with the company that I was working for that was hurting me, so I voluntarily left that job.
How was it voluntarily hurting you?
It wasn't the job for me, pretty much, you know, so I stopped working there.
So you stopped working voluntarily. Now, at the time you stopped working voluntarily for these 2 months, how much had you been immediately preceding that giving Miss Ramos for your son?
I was giving her up to $600 a month.
How much?
$475 right before he
1 month before.
Oh, it's fine. This is going to work to your favor.
Yeah,
I wouldn't argue with her.
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying,
Fine.
I knew I was going to lose my job. Then I had asked her, look, instead of taking Dominic to the babysitter, since I'm not going to be working, I'll be able to help you out a lot more during the daytime while she's working, take care of my son, see him every day.
No, Mr. Lowry. That's all very nice. You have responsibility. You can't take you can't take a 2-month vacation from your job.
I wasn't.
You can't. Yes, you were. You would take a 2-month vacation. All right. And then what happened is you went to the family court, and you got a support order against Mr. Lowry, and they said for the 2 months that he didn't give you any money, go
It was a little
to...
more than 2 months, I'm sorry.
How many months?
It was from April to August.
He didn't give you any money in April?
No money April, no money May, no money June, no money July, no money August.
5 months. Well, what took you 5 months?
Well, I was asking her if I could, instead of giving her $600 or $475 a month, since I'm not working, can I work it out some other way? Like taking care of them instead of having the babysitter take care of them?
You already said that, and I already said to you, that was the 2 months that you weren't working, Mr. Lowry.
Yeah, but it wasn't allowed to me.
Shh, listen to me. She was right. You don't take a vacation for 2 months and say, I'll babysit. Child has a routine. Child goes to a babysitter, goes to a daycare facility, goes to something else. As a parent, you could do that. You can take 2 months off. I don't care if you take off from today until next Tisha B'Av.
Exactly.
As long as you don't have children to support. When you have children to support, you don't say, I'm going to take a 2-month vacation.
And I wanted to support my child.
Then you shouldn't have quit your job. Listen to me.
physically.
Then you shouldn't have quit your job. Then you support. And you visit on weekends. Go when you're on vacation.
I wanted to do it every day during work.
That's too bad. That's what comes under the category of too bad. What I want to know is, once you got to Las Vegas and you started to work, because you said you were only out of work 2.5 months, why didn't you start to send her money?
Well, I've just started working in Las Vegas September 23rd.
You said you were only out of work 2.5 months. She says you didn't pay her for 5 months.
Okay, I'd asked her, look, you know what, is there any way that we could work on this? So instead of paying you the money, can I take care of my son?
I've already addressed that, sir. I asked you what happened when you went to work in Las Vegas. Why didn't you send her
It just started. I just started in Las Vegas September 23rd.
She says there was a 5-month period when you didn't send her child support, Mr. Lowry.
I was trying to get to that, but you're
English?
interrupting me. I was trying to get to that, but you're not letting me finish.
I've gotten past babysitting for 2 months. Why didn't you send her money for 5 months?
I was trying to get to that.
Get to it.
I had asked her if I could please kind of do something else other than the money situation, because I wasn't going to have the money to support the child. I was volunteering to help any way that I could possibly do it. She didn't accept it. So I told her, if you want to do it by yourself, do it by yourself. If I have no say-so in the matter, do it by yourself. I'm still his dad, right? I'm still my father, my baby's dad. I believe if I'm not working...
So what you're explaining to me, sir, because she refused your gracious offer to quit your job and babysit during the day for 2 months while you were making this transition, you didn't pay her support for the 5 months until she took you to court. Is that what you're telling me?
I didn't talk to her, yeah. I didn't talk to her for 5 months after that. Because I had told her if she wants to do it by herself,
Larry, I don't want to hear you anymore. I don't want to hear you anymore. Sales is perfect for you. Maybe some people buy it. Not in this pew.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I think this is much too complicated for you.
Try me.
Try it? Well, let's give it a try.
And later today...
I'd never keep my money in the bank, I promise.
Where did you put your check every week?
At the bank, at my bank.
You see how you're getting to be tripping over your tie there, sir?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Elizabeth Ramos says ex-boyfriend Chad Lowry owes for unpaid child support. Chad says he's been in between jobs.
You think that your $475 a month covers a child's expenses?
That's why I was giving her $800, $600.
No, you stopped giving her $800, $600.
And then it broke, yeah, because I couldn't afford it, that's why.
Listen to me. I don't give a rat's behind what you can afford. What I asked you was, do you think $475 a month covers a child's expenses?
No.
Food, clothing, medical, insurance, rent, daycare, babysitting while she works. You think?
I'm well aware of that.
You think that it covers that?
No.
No, of course not. So what you were doing was paying a portion.
Ask her what she was paying.
I'm speaking. She was working. You told me that you wanted to babysit while she was working instead of taking the child to the babysitter, right? That's what you just told me. She wasn't quitting her job.
Exactly.
Let me put it to you this way.
Exactly.
Let me put it to you this way, sir. Let us say this. I think this is much too complicated for you.
Try me.
Well, let's give it a try. Let's say Miss Ramos has a child with you, and she's a working lady, and a court fixes a support order for you, says, listen, this is what the child's needs are. A child needs $800 a month. She can afford from her job to pay $400, and you can afford from your job to pay $400. That's fair?
Mm-hmm.
Court makes an order, you've got to pay $400 a month. A couple of years go by, Miss Ramos decides to get married, and she has a new baby. And she says, I'm not working with this new baby. I want to stay home for a while, for a year or two, and mother this new baby. So, Mr. Lowry, she goes back to court. And the judge said, well, your baby still has $800 worth of needs. So now, Mr. Lowry, you have to pay $800 a month because she decided to stop working. How do you think you wouldn't like that?
I wouldn't.
No. Well, that's what you did.
But
you said,
never a
I'm
court
not
order.
working. I'm decided I'm not going to work for the next few months. So I'll take up the slack. You keep working.
Any which way I know how to.
Please, you know.
If I don't have no money, what else
as
can
I
I
said,
do?
sales is wonderful for you. Miss Ramos, you haven't said much. But let me tell you this. You've also got a lot of other things. You've also got a lot of other claims here against him that I'm not even hearing because they're nonsense. Something that you were going to buy him for his birthday, you broke up, he said, I want it anyway, and I'll pay for it, a phone bill. I'm not interested in all that stuff. I'm interested in the child support. That's the big thing. And on the child support, he owes you a whole bunch of money. $2,115 is what he owes you for the child support when he voluntarily left his employment, which in my judgment he cannot do when he has responsibilities. I am only surprised that the family court, when they fixed his child support obligation, did not also fix an amount in arrears, because they should have. If they did not, I am prepared to do that. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,115. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It's extremely hard having to look a 2-year-old in the eyes and not have their father there.
I tried to do the best that I could possibly do.
Not have the child support there.
I mean, I still don't believe that about the child support issue.
And why? Because he wants to take a vacation?
I wasn't taking a vacation.
That's not fair.
I had left one job to go to another job.
This is not going to hinder his relationship with his son.
I'll be there as much as I could possibly be there for my son.
Him to be happy and me to be happy.
All parties in the matter of Carino versus Bradson, step forward, please.
Dental office manager Regina Carino is suing her ex-fiancé, electrician Ryan Bridson, for house payments. Ryan is countersuing, claiming Regina stole property from the home after they broke up.
The background of this case is simple, even though pretty stupid on your part. You were engaged and you decided to buy a house together. So clearly you don't pay attention to what I say. You don't buy anything jointly. A car, a house, a boat, a trailer, a truck, and anything, unless you're married, right? Okay. Your problem is that after you bought this house, the relationship went south, and shortly after you moved out, he stopped paying the mortgage. You paid the mortgage, according to you, for how many months?
From November till March.
November, December, January, February, March, the house was sold.
Yes.
So you paid it for 4 months or 5?
5.
5 months. You made the mortgage payment for 5 months, and when you sold the house, there was a profit, and the profit was $8,000. So each of you took $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
And what you want is, you want him to give you back the money that you spent on the mortgage when you weren't living there.
Yes, ma'am.
Which amounts to how much?
Just for the mortgage alone, totals up to $3,109.68.
What were the mortgage payments each month?
They varied depending. I was waiting on the defendant to make the payment, which some months it were different because it added a late fee.
I see. And then you say that he purchased some electronic equipment on a credit card that both of you had?
Yeah, it was in both our names. It was
Also,
after we separated.
Dumb, stupid. You don't pay attention. You don't listen. You don't get a credit card with somebody jointly if you're not married. Even when you're married, sometimes it's stupid. But for sure, when you're not married, it's stupid to have a joint credit card.
Yes.
And you say that electronic equipment was bought for the house?
It was actually for his vehicle. And I didn't find out
For his
until I got
car?
the bill. Yes.
For his car?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't pay the credit card bill off?
No, I'm still paying on it.
Well, that's what happens when you take out a joint credit card. So I'm going to deal with the mortgage payments only. Now, you have a cross-claim, and your cross-claim is that she and or her boyfriend broke into the house when you weren't there and stole electronic equipment. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Furniture also.
What proof do you have that they stole this equipment?
I have my witness was going to come, but he couldn't come, Your Honor, because
Well, then what proof?
I can give you his number. You can call him.
I don't do that.
I got proof that I have pictures of my furniture.
Listen to me.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
proof do you have that the plaintiff and her boyfriend broke into your house to present to me today? If you have none, I will dismiss your case without prejudice. You can go file it again if you have proof. But without a witness, since you weren't home, you were in Florida, according to you, I can't make a determination that anybody committed a felony. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So let's stay with this house payment. Now, let us assume that she made and that she has records for $3,109 worth of mortgage payments that she made when she wasn't living in the house. You were living in the house. According to you, you fell on bad financial times.
No, ma'am.
Well, that's what you say in your answer.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Well, then why say no? Is it no or is it yes?
It's yes. The very last month, I did not pay her because we were receiving a settlement from the closure of the house, and I said, you can just take it out of that. But the other 4 months, I did pay, Your Honor.
Show me.
I gave her straight cash, and she doesn't give me receipts or anything like that. I gave her straight cash on...
Mr. Brightson, show me bank accounts where you took out the cash from the bank account to give her.
It was all on trust, Your Honor.
No, you don't trust. A bank doesn't trust, sir. A bank doesn't trust. You said...
We were still good friends.
Listen to me. You said that you gave her the money for the mortgage payment in cash every month.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have a receipt.
No, ma'am.
Now, you're not living together. You're not together. So the smart thing would have been either you write a check or you get a money order so you have some sort of a receipt. But okay.
We were friends. Sorry.
So I said to you, well, if you didn't have a check or a money order, show me your bank statement where you withdrew money from your bank every month to give her in cash.
Didn't, Your Honor.
You didn't. You kept it under the mattress. You accumulated the money every month
I never
under the
kept my money in my bank account.
Do you know that I don't believe you, sir?
I never keep my money in the bank.
No, you never keep the money in the bank. What do you do for a living?
I'm an electrician.
You paid in cash?
Yes, ma'am.
When's the last time you filed tax returns?
Last year.
What did you say you earned last year?
32 grand.
And were you working for yourself or were you working for somebody else?
Working for a company.
What's the name of the company?
Electric.
And Electric paid you in cash?
No, ma'am.
Electric paid you by check?
Yes, ma'am.
So if Electric paid you by check, where did you put your check every week?
I went and cashed it and I put it in my pocket.
Where did you cash it?
At the bank, at my bank.
You see how you're getting to be tripping over your tie there, sir? So you have a bank?
Yes, ma'am. But I don't put money in the bank. I use it to cash my check.
They don't cash your check, sir, unless you keep money in the bank.
$5.
Do you know that he honestly believes he's smarter than I am? Something happens to your brain, I think, when you have all that work done.
He just don't know you very well.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. I don't believe you.
Okay.
Because according to your answer, I'm going to read you what you wrote, but you probably forgot because you're not so smart. And what you swore to. My roommate got laid off and my income wasn't enough to cover the bills, so I told Regina I was going to have to file for bankruptcy because I couldn't afford to pay off my debt. Regina didn't want the house to go into foreclosure, so she decided she would pay the mortgage. That's what you said.
For the 1 month, the very last month.
No,
and
sir.
I was going to file bankruptcy on my credit card.
Listen to me, sir. A house doesn't go into foreclosure in 1 month.
She was just running her mouth.
Listen to me.
Just
Listen
exaggerating.
to me. Listen to me. A house doesn't go into foreclosure in 1 month. You just told me a moment ago, I have a very good memory, Mr. Brightson. You just told her, well, take it out for the 1 month because we were closing in 1 month on the sale. And I'm telling you that a house doesn't go into foreclosure in 1 month, especially when you have a sale. So I believe her that she paid the mortgage from November when you say you fell on hard times and your roommate lost his job and you couldn't afford to pay all of your bills. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,109. But, Ms. Carino, I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Yes, ma'am.
You should have taken care of all of this business when you closed on the house. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
What state do you live in?
Virginia.
Do you have attorneys when you close on property, or do you do that yourselves?
We did have an attorney at the time.
You had one lawyer? Mm-hmm. Did you raise the issue of the fact that he owed you money with your lawyer?
Yes, he wasn't going to have it. So
he wasn't going to have
it. He didn't want me to get my share.
He's a loser. Forget about it. You're much better off. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Parties are excused. You may have Simpson versus Scaife. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Miss Simpson, you were taking a family vacation to Jamaica.
That's correct.
And at the time of this vacation, this lovely young man was your daughter's boyfriend.
That's correct.
It is your claim that you agreed to advance him the money to go on this vacation with the agreement that he would, when the vacation was over, pay you back.
That's correct.
You did take him on the vacation, paid for him. He and your daughter have now parted company, and he has never paid you back.
That's correct.
And Mr. Scaife says that he had a wonderful time on vacation.
Right.
But he was your guest, right?
Right.
Who was this?
This is my roommate at the time. We were invited. Her daughter lived with us. He was a witness.
Did you go on the vacation too?
No, ma'am.
Just he went.
Yes, me.
You didn't want to go to Jamaica?
I wanted to, but she wouldn't pay for me.
Oh, step up. Tell me your name.
Justin Runyon.
How old are you, Justin?
23.
And you were living with Kyle and
Natalie.
Natalie.
She lived with us, actually.
So tell me, Justin, when was this trip?
I think it was like May of last year.
And Natalie told you about the trip?
Yes, ma'am. She came over to our house and was all excited and said that...
Look at me. No, look at me.
She told Kyle that he could go with them for free.
She did?
Yes, ma'am.
She said, oh, you can come with us and you can come for free.
Yes, ma'am.
And didn't you say, can't I go for free too?
I joked around about it, but...
Well, tell me how you joked around about it.
Well, Natalie...
Come on, tell me what you said. You remember exactly that she said, please, I want you to come to Jamaica. You can go for free. So if you remember that so clearly, I want you to tell me what it is that she said to you and what you said to her. Think carefully.
Natalie told Kyle that he could go for free, and Kyle's like, well, are you sure about that? And she's like, even if we break up, you don't ever have to pay my mom back.
Oh. Oh. It's like I'm watching Dumb and Dumber. Huh? Right? Don't you love it?
I'm just trying to figure out which one is Jim Carrey.
Yeah, so you're right. Me too. All right, Justin. Thank you very much. You've been most enlightening. You may sit down now.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's incredible.
Isn't it wonderful? It's just wonderful. I don't even need a good night's sleep. Okay. Now, Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
Last year, what were you doing to support yourself?
I was a bartender.
Were you working full-time?
Yes, ma'am.
So, get good tips? Nice-looking guy like you?
Sometimes tips were great. Sometimes we weren't so busy.
Well, you managed to support yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Are you still working as a bartender?
No, ma'am.
What are you doing now?
I paint houses.
Got a girlfriend?
No, ma'am.
What happened with Natalie?
It just didn't work out.
She's a nice girl, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Natalie.
Thank you. Been wanting to play too.
You want to play too? No, I usually have all the fun. Natalie.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever tell Kyle in Justin's presence? Let's see if I can repeat that exactly. I want you to listen to me carefully, Justin, to make sure that I'm going to repeat it pretty much as you told me. That you wanted to take Kyle on a trip to Jamaica for free. He doesn't have to pay for anything. And even if you break up, he doesn't have to pay your mother back. That's what you told me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, I did not.
Tell me about the trip to Jamaica, Natalie.
We had a great time.
Good.
Originally, my mother and myself and her best friend were scheduled to go on a trip. Kyle and I got a little serious, and he hinted around a lot. He would have liked to go. I didn't really mind that Kyle went. I mean, I was actually looking forward to him being there. I knew he did not have that kind of money, and neither did I, honestly. So when I ran it past Mom, I said, Mom, Kyle's kind of after me. He really kind of wants to go. You know, is there something we can do, whatever? And Mom said, can he borrow the money from his parents? Kyle said, no, that's not an option. Mom said, well, I can give him a loan. And at that time, we were expecting Kyle to get a settlement from an car accident that he had been in. And everything we did revolved around that settlement. Utility bills, cell phones, anything. He kept going back to that.
So he kept hoping to get this settlement check.
Yes, ma'am, he did. And in addition, when you asked him what happened with Natalie, you should ask him about his financial priorities and where his responsibilities are.
Well, why don't you tell me?
They're nowhere. They're video games, predominantly. Kyle was in between jobs most of the time. After his car accident, I actually paid his bills in he and Justin's home.
What kind of car accident were you in, Kyle?
I was rear-ended at a stoplight.
Were you the driver of the car?
Yes.
So you sued the car that hit you?
Just for medical bills and everything like that.
Kyle, did you sue through an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
An attorney doesn't sue just for medical bills, Kyle. Attorney sues for pain and suffering, for your injuries, and to reimburse the company that paid your medical bills, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever get a settlement?
It's in litigation.
Look at me!
It's in litigation right now.
So you haven't gotten the settlement yet?
No, ma'am.
So what you were doing is really you were counting your chickens before they were hatched?
No, ma'am.
Ah, okay. So what kind of an arrangement, Natalie, did you make with Kyle for the trip?
Originally, I said, my mother will pay for you to go on the trip. However, we need to pay her $50 to $100 a month until you receive that settlement, assuming that it was going to be within the duration of the relationship, which I quickly realized that that wasn't going to be the case.
All right, Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you give Miss Simpson towards the trip?
Nothing. As far as I knew, it was a gift.
Listen to me. Just answer my question. How much did you give her?
I haven't given anything.
Well, see, that is confusing to me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I have one of him climbing a palm tree.
Oh, let me
jumped on the
see.
banana
Oh, I
boat.
want to see. The insurance company that's handling his lawsuit with his lawyers that's been pending for ages is certainly going to want to see these pictures.
And later today,
She said you advertised for a
New, never been worn chicken suit.
new, never been worn chicken suit. This wasn't something you planned on wearing, I assume.
Michelle Simpson and her daughter, Natalie Ballard, say Natalie's ex-boyfriend, Kyle Scaife, owes for his share of a trip to Jamaica.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
You have a household?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Who lives in your household?
Right now, myself and my youngest daughter.
And are you the sole support of yourself and your youngest daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you earn a year?
Approximately $38,000.
Okay. Now, how much were you making last year?
Under $20,000 a year.
So you made a little more than half of what the plaintiff made, is that right?
Probably.
Right. And you only had to support...
Myself and her daughter.
You were supporting her daughter?
Well, we were doing it
Just
together.
a second. You were supporting her daughter?
We were doing it together, actually. It wasn't. I wasn't paying everything. We were both paying everything together.
So you were supporting...
Myself.
Right. Then why would you think that this lady who's running a household, taking care of a minor child, why do you think that she would decide to blow you to a $1,000 vacation?
I was actually shocked. You know, actually, I never asked.
I'm shocked too. I want to tell you something, Kyle. It's shocking to me. Shocking. Because her daughter would have gone without you.
I'm sure she
In a
would.
flash.
Yes, ma'am.
In a flash, she would have gone without you for a week, gotten a nice tan, come back, shown you pictures, and said, I had a great old time.
Yes, ma'am. Probably.
You don't want to be a bum, do you, Kyle?
I wasn't. I never asked.
No, you don't. Listen to me. You don't want to be a bum, do you?
No, ma'am.
You don't want to take things that should really be better spent on a child.
Of course not.
For you to go on a vacation, do you?
Well, I was invited to go on a vacation, and it sounded like a good idea.
I don't believe that, sir.
Well, that's the way it happened.
I don't believe that, sir. I believe that she advanced the money, and I believe she gave you a lot of latitude to pay it off because, you know, you were expecting some windfall from some bogus accident that hasn't come through yet. And you, like any other 21-year-old, are living in a fantasy world that you're going to turn out to be a millionaire because somebody rear-ended you even though you're not injured. He's going to be sorry he came here. When you went on this trip to Jamaica, did you participate in water sports?
No, ma'am.
Did he participate
Yes,
in water
ma'am.
sports? Sure he did. Sure he did. Did you go swimming?
Yes, ma'am.
What other water sports did
I
he
have one of
participate
him
in?
climbing a palm tree.
Oh,
We
let me
jumped on the
see.
banana boat.
Oh, I want to see. The insurance company that's handling his lawsuit with his lawyers that's been pending for ages is certainly going to want to see these pictures, but I want to take a look at them first. Does this look like a healthy man to you?
Yeah, pretty healthy.
Oh, look at him climbing up the tree. Yes! Look at him climbing up that tree. Picking up his girlfriend. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, well, not only will you probably not get this money from your car accident and the substantial injuries that you alleged in your complaint, but you owe her $916. Judgment for the plaintiff. Step out.
Parties are excused. Let me step out.
I think somebody finally taught him a lesson.
Regardless, win or lose, at least I'm glad this is over with.
I know Kyle better than anyone else, and no one can make him do anything he doesn't want to do but judge Judy.
I'm just tired of messing with them. I'm sure they're tired of me. I just soon move on.
I did speak with Kyle several times.
Nothing was ever said about it until the relationship was over.
He did say that he would reimburse me the money once he got his settlement.
I'm sure they want the money, especially since the relationship didn't work out.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Justice has prevailed.
Cold-hearted people.
And I think we need to go back to Jamaica real soon.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Alarid versus Ayala. Step forward, please.
Small business owner David Alarid is suing teacher Sandra Ayala for the cost of a chicken suit he sold to her via eBay. Sandra says the suit was supposed to be brand new, but instead it was old and dirty.
Mr. Alarid, you advertised this chicken costume on eBay.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant purchased it and then somehow paid for it with his PayPal or pen pal, I don't know, something, pal, that I don't quite understand. But the bottom line is she canceled the payment that she made to you and she kept the chicken suit. Okay, so $154 was the amount of the purchase plus shipping, and you want $2,650 for the price of the chicken suit plus your aggravation.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot of aggravation, Mr. Alarid. And Miss Ayala says she purchased this as a result of an ad that you placed on eBay, and she said you advertised for a
new, never been worn chicken suit.
New, never been worn chicken suit. She purchased it in good faith, she sent you the money in good faith, and she got this dirty, disgusting, worn chicken suit, which she doesn't want, right?
Correct.
And which she's not going to pay for. Now, when did you purchase it?
This was in May, early May.
And what did you purchase it for? This wasn't something you planned on wearing, I assume.
No. I'm a special education teacher, and just on a volunteer basis, sometimes I throw events for the special ed kids in my area. So I had a couple of picnics and concerts coming up in the early summer, and we have some children's music, and there's a song about a chicken in it, and I thought it would be great to have a little chicken mascot.
David Alarid says eBay customer Sandra Ayala owes for the cost of a chicken suit. Sandra claims David misrepresented the sale.
Do you have a copy of his ad that he ran on eBay?
I think he brought the original ad.
Can I see it, please? Okay, here we go. New, never worn, deluxe adult chicken mascot costume. And is this the way it came?
This is the way it came.
Can I see it, please, Bird?
Sure.
Come on, have a little bit of a sense of humor, babe.
And bring the feet with the shoe prints.
Name is Bird. I take it kind of personal.
We've known each other a long time. Listen, this has been worn, Mr. Alarid.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how come you sold something that had been worn to her as brand new, never worn?
Well, when it was shipped, it was brand new, never worn. It was sold 5 months ago.
Okay, let me see. No, it doesn't look too awful. You bought it in May what?
I think the date was May 8th. It was May 8th.
Excuse me a minute.
Who gets it?
Let's keep it right here for a minute. Well, I haven't finished doing the case yet.
Okay.
May 8th. And when did you receive it?
Just about a week after that.
When did you notify them that you didn't want to pay for it?
Well, that's not... I did pay for it. I paid for it right away. PayPal is a...
You paid for it right away. Paid for it on May 8th.
Exactly.
Okay. Then you got it about a week later, say May 15th.
Mm-hmm.
And you realized that it
was worn.
It was worn. So what did you do?
I contacted eBay by email. That's the only way. And I contacted PayPal. And I said, what do you do in a situation like this?
Okay. Do you have any emails to support that?
I do have emails. I have emails between he and I, but the
No.
the PayPal...
I want to see...
This is the record of PayPal.
Let me see. Is this the first time you had bought something on eBay?
Yeah, it was my first time bidding on something on eBay, and so since I wasn't sure how to go about it, I had to call PayPal and said, what do you do when you receive a fraudulent item, when something comes worn and dirty and you didn't pay for that? And they said, oh, this man has actually refunded your money. I said, why? And they said, well, we can't be sure why, but you'll be getting the money in a day back to your account. And then he sent the email that said, PayPal accidentally sent you that money. You have to send it back to me. So I contacted PayPal again, and they say, we don't do refunds at all. It's seller initiated, and there are no accidents.
Now, when did you correspond with Mr. Alarid about the suit?
The day that the money came back into my account.
Was that also in May?
Yes.
So practically immediately?
Exactly.
Is all that correct, Mr. Alarid?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When did she contact you and let you know about the condition of the suit?
June the 14th, after I'd sent several emails, finally, out of desperation, eBay and PayPal advised me to file a complaint with the FBI Internet Fraud Division, at which point I sent an email saying, look, I'm filing a complaint with FBI Internet Fraud Division.
That was on June 14th?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of these chicken suits have you sold, Mr. Alarid?
On eBay or altogether?
Altogether.
Probably about 50.
50?
Yes, ma'am.
How many on eBay?
Probably about a dozen.
Where do you get them from?
Out of New York.
How much do you pay for them?
I pay $49.99, I believe it is.
So you pay $50 for them?
Yes, ma'am.
She doesn't like her suit, so you either want the money or the suit back.
Well, it goes a little bit beyond that at this point.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She wants to give it back to you.
I asked for it back several times.
Yes?
And her emails, which I have right here, I have a copy for you.
Yes, I'd like to see them.
Okay. Here's the emails right here.
Well, she told you right away, sir. She said, I don't know what clerk you checked with about the condition of the suit, but that suit arrived in an old bag, in an old box, and the suit was full of leaves and debris, and the rubber parts were stained with marks on the beak, head, and shoe prints on the feet. They're still there. She told you that right away.
That was June the 14th.
So, she wants to give you the suit back.
I asked for it back.
Now you got it. Listen to me, Mr. Alarid. Are you in business?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever had complaints filed with regard to these chicken suits before?
Never.
So you paid for 50 chicken suits, which you paid $50 each for, equals $2,500. That's what you paid for the chicken suits. You sold 49 chicken suits times 124?
Yes, ma'am.
Equals $6,776. That's a fair profit. You made almost $4,000, and you've never had a complaint.
Correct.
Consider this the cost of doing business.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Perfect. Give him his chicken suit.
Okay.
Perfect. Now you have your chicken suit and your profit of almost $4,000. I would walk away a happy man, Mr. Alarid. Thank you very much. This case is over.
Body.